Hi, welcome to Year 10 Pre-Methods, and we are doing negative indices, which is exercise 3F. Excellent. So copy down the notes. I've written notes up for you. So make sure you press pause as you're watching it. So press pause and then write down the notes and get to the next page. So I'll give you a second to do that. Excellent. So hopefully you've copied down all the notes now, and now I'm going to explain how to do it. So it's going to be exactly like a lesson as if we were here and then no one had coronavirus. So all good. Alright, so this topic you haven't actually done before. So you've done index laws, but this time we're doing negative indices. So what I want to do up here is explain to you the reason how we get this general rule in a second. So if you watch here, everyone, from our previous lesson on index laws, we've got a to the power of 5 over a to the power of 7. So if you remember one of our first index rules, when you've got the same base and you're dividing, you subtract the powers. So hopefully you remember that from our previous exercise. So a to the power of 5 divided by a to the power of 7, 5 minus 7 is negative 2. So the result is a to the power of negative 2. So that's how we do that from that first rule. But this time I've written the same equation out again, a to the power of 5, and from year 7 maths, in expanded form, we've written a times a times a times a times a. So there's 5 a's there. And on the bottom line, I've got a to the power of 7, so there's 7 a's there. So from year 7 maths, remember you can cancel anything from the top with anything from the bottom. So I'm going to cancel that a with that a, and you're left with just ones. I'll cancel that a with that a, that one with that one, that with that, and that one with that one. So now that I've done some cancelling, all you're left with on the top, you're not left with nothing by the way, you're left with 1. So we're left with 1 on the top line, and on the bottom line, all those have cancelled, we've just got 2 a's. So we've got a times a, which is a squared. So these started off with the same equation, but we've got a to the power of minus 2, and here we've got a result of 1 over a squared. So they're actually exactly the same. We've just worked it out in 2 different ways. So I've proven to you right now that a to the power of minus 2, to write it with a positive index, all you have to do is make it 1 over a squared. So this is like on the top line, the numerator. So all you have to do is bring it down to the denominator, and then it becomes a positive power. So pretty much that is the whole key to this exercise. For negative powers, if you've got a negative power and it's on the bottom, the denominator, bring it to the top and it'll become positive. Got that, everyone? And if it's on the top and it's negative, you bring it down to the bottom line and it becomes positive. Easiest way to explain this is to do examples. So I'm going to explain all these questions. So if you watch this, everyone, first question is b to the power of minus 4. That's on the top line. It's the same as that over 1, isn't it? We don't need to write over 1. So if we want to express with positive indices, to make that a positive one, this is on the top line, you bring it down to the bottom line. So it's 1 over b to the power of 4. It's that easy. We've just finished it. So you bring it down to the bottom and it's now got a positive power. Hopefully you're okay with that. Next one, look at the next question. We've got a normal 3. We've got an x to the power of minus 4 and a y squared. All we want to do is bring this x to the power of minus 4. We bring that bit down to the bottom line. That becomes positive. We leave the 3 and the y squared exactly where they are on the top line. So we get 3y squared. They stay on the top line where they were. We bring the x to the power of minus 4 down, and it becomes x to the power of positive 4. Was that easy, everyone? Easy peasy. So you bring it down to the bottom, and it's positive index. That's all you have to do. Alright, let's do the next one. 5 over x to the power of minus 3. You notice this is on the bottom line. So like I said before, to make it a positive power, you bring it to the top line. So the answer is 5x cubed. All on the top line. The 5, you leave it where it is. So on the top line, you just bring this from the bottom to the top, and it becomes positive. So hopefully you guys at home are doing this okay. Now the next one. There's no negative powers here, but the question says simplify first. It doesn't say that, but that's what we have to do. So just wait there for a sec, I'll get my pen so I can cancel stuff out. So we notice we've got on the top line and the bottom line, we've got an a cubed and a to the power of 5. So we can cancel those a cubes, so the 3 a's, a times a, with 3 of these on the bottom line, but there's 5 of them there. So if we cancel those two, we're just left with a squared. Does that make sense, everyone? You've got 3 a's on the top line multiplied together, and you've got 5 on the bottom. It's similar to what we did over there. So we're cancelling 3 from the top line with 3 from the bottom line. You've got 2 left over, so you've got a squared there. And then the next one, we've got b squared and b cubed. So you can cancel those 2 b's from the top line with 2 of them from the bottom, but you've got 1 b left. So once we've cancelled that, then we can write down what we've got left. The 2 is still sitting there at the top, we haven't touched that. And then on the bottom line, we've got a squared and a single b. So a squared b to the power of 1. So we just write it like that. So hopefully you're okay with that. So all we've done is cancel them all. And that's the answer. Alright, let's look at the next question. They're getting slightly harder. So this time, we notice we've got m's on the top and bottom, and same with n's. But we can't cancel until they're all positive powers. So the first thing we do is we make them all positive powers. How do you do that? We want to make the m squared, we'll bring it down to the bottom, and it'll be positive. And the n to the minus 4, we'll bring it to the top, and it'll be positive. So let's rewrite it out. Rewrite it now. So the 4 and the 8, we'll cancel them in a minute. So on the top line, we've already got an n to the power of 3, we leave that there. Don't move it at all. We're going to bring the n to the minus 4 to the top, and that's going to be n to the power of positive 4. So that's all we've done. We brought that to the top. Now on the bottom line, we've got m to the power of 5, we leave that. And the m squared, we bring it down to the bottom, and it'll be positive power. So m to the squared. Can everyone see what we've done? All I've done is brought that one down to the bottom, and that one up to the top. That's all we've done in that first step. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we can simplify. This means times in between those. So n to the power of 3 times n to the power of 4, we know that is n to the power of 7 from one of our first rules. M to the power of 5 times m squared is m to the power of 7. But I've left this bit here because 4 over 8, we can cancel that like normal numbers. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 8 twice. So we've just got a 1 on the top and a 2 on the bottom line. And that's finished. Although we don't put the 1 at the top, do we? No. We don't need to do that. So hopefully that's okay. We cancel the normal numbers like normal. Just 4 over 8, look for the common factor. And made all the powers positive by making them either to the top or the bottom, and then you simplify. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. You need to think about it at home. Pause the video, practice some, before we get onto this hard one up here. Alright, let's look at this really hard question. So much going on. First step, the best way to do this is just to practice. First step, let's expand the brackets. And you've done this in your previous exercise. Both of these terms are to the power of 4. So hopefully you remember, you multiply the powers. And that q is really q to the power of 1. It just doesn't have the 1 there. So the first step is expand the brackets. This p term would be p to the power of minus 8. And the q term is q to the power of 4. We expanded the brackets. On the bottom line, we're going to do nothing. We'll just leave it exactly as it is. Okay. Now let's look at our next fraction. We expand the brackets again. P to the power of minus 2 times minus 3. Minus 2 times minus 3 is positive 6. So it's p to the power of 6. And on the bottom line, 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. Okay. So our first step, all we did was expand the brackets. We multiplied by the powers. And you've done that rule before. Now the second step is let's combine the top line together and the bottom line together. So we've got a p to the power of minus 8 times p to the power of 6. When you multiply into the same base, you add the powers. So minus 8 plus 6 is minus 2. So we've got p to the power of minus 2. And the q to the 4, we just leave it there by itself. Now we simplify the bottom line. The 5, we leave by itself, it's just a number. We've got p to the minus 1, we'll write that because that's the only p term. Now we've got q to the power of 3 times q to the power of minus 9. 3 plus minus 9 is minus 6. So we write down q to the power of minus 6. So first step, expand the brackets. Second step, combine the top line together, simplify it, and simplify the bottom line together. Now we've got one of these fractions with all negative powers in it. So what do? We make them positive. How do we do that? We bring that one down to the bottom and these two up to the top. So let's do that. So on the top line, we've got q to the power of 4, that was already there. We've got p to the power of 1 and q to the power of 6. I just brought those two to the top. The bottom line, the 5 stays there, and the p to the power of minus 2 becomes p squared on the bottom line. Pretty complicated, but once you do it step by step, then it's okay. And now, all we have to do, simplify. So we can simplify this p with that p squared, just leaves us with 1p. And we can also simplify the top line. Q to the power of 6 times q to the power of 4 is q to the power of 10. And on the bottom line, we've got 5p. So hopefully you're okay with that. After you've done all this, we can do the homework for exercise 3F, and it'll be on the link. Good job. Work right on the board, I suppose.